Hello everyone and welcome to round 4 of the URL-GT3 Championship in Assetto Corsa. We are at Zandvoort for this 4th round, and it was Peter Abelowski taking a dominant pole in front of Reinhard Berger, who was carrying 25 kilos of wind ballast from last race, and Mats Lustig put his car on 3rd spot. So let's have a look at the highlights of the race. So here we are on the grid, Peter Abelowski on the right, then Reinhard Berger, Mats Lustig, and Peter's teammate Tony Ukic. And we are ready for the start. Let's hope everyone can keep it clean here. Manuel Liguori gets away slowly in the Bilstein McLaren, but the rest is very, very clean. Here into the first corner. No big incidents here, too wide. And a bit onto the gravel for Miguel Santiago Carao, but no major drama. Although I saw Alex Funnell there turned around in the grass against the wall, so unfortunate incident for him in the first lap. The rest of the drivers here keep it clean. It was in an incident with Angelo Giudici here on the first lap. So here we are streaming downhill here in one of the most difficult corners of this season. And it seems Peter Abelowski has a bit of a gap in the front. Let's keep in mind that Reinhard is carrying 25 kilos of ballast, so let's see if he can keep that second position. A bit of grass there from Miguel Santiago Carao. Here is Alex Scott, followed by Angelo Guidici, then Greg Metcalf, Manuel Liguori, and Sandro Donadel. And in last position at the moment is Alex Funnell. Let's see how far up he can get. So as you can see, very, very close between Tony Ukic and Mats Lustig. McLaren versus Mercedes. And we'll see that battle unfold throughout the race. Very, very close here, coming into lap 2. And this is here how they cross the finish line. A small look from Tony, but he can't get past. Then it was Greg Metcalf. He ended up behind Sandro Donadel and was trying to go for the pass again. So Nissan Power versus Nissan Power, with Alex Scott on the right there, quite slow. Seems he went out with a qualifying fuel tank, so not enough fuel, and he has to dive into the pits on lap 3, I think. So that's very unfortunate. Let's hope he can get back to racing. The pit stops are quite quick here, and Greg Metcalf on the inside here of Sandro Donadel. They keep it clean, and Greg goes through. Manuel Liguori is not too far in front, so let's see how far they can get. Then here's Miguel Santiago Carao making a pass on Angelo Guidici. He was in 5th, but due to some mistakes he ended up behind Angelo here, and now he's behind Peter Bacchus. And the last car joining this train is Manuel Liguori. So it's BMW, McLaren, Mercedes, and again McLaren. Very, very close 4-way battle. And less than half a second separated from each other. A little bit wide there from Miguel, and onto the grass. Can he keep it on the tarmac here in that very, very tricky corner? Yes, yes he can. So for the moment he can keep that position, but he can put no pressure on Peter Bacchus. Oh, a small look from Manuel Liguori there in the back, but he has to back out of it. So this battle would continue. Here's Miguel getting close again on the next lap. Going for the inside line here, but very, very wide corner. And maybe the inside line is not the best, as we will see throughout this race. They are side by side. Peter Backus is on the inside though, so indeed Miguel has to slot in back behind. Then one lap later, the order was still the same, and looking on board from Manuel Liguori in front, Miguel has a big slide there coming out of that corner, so a bit of a power oversteer. And then unfortunately Miguel didn't pay attention to his mirrors and just turned in on Mandio. Very unfortunate, as also Sando Donadel then will get past Mandio. Here then again is Greg Metcalf. He's now being harassed here by Alex Funnell in the Mercedes, the HTP Mercedes. A bit of a tighter line there, and he's quick here, but no way to get past that big Nissan. Although the Mercedes is no small car either. And here Alex Funnell, as I mentioned before, will try to go around the outside here, and here we see the crash from Miguel Santiago Carao as well. They go past, and Alex Funnell gets past Greg Metcalf. So at the front it's Peter Abelovsky from Reinhard Berger, so he managed to eke out a gap. It's about 3 to 4 seconds, not too big, but comfortable. Then Mats Lustig and Tony Ukic, they will have a stint-long fight. The whole first stint they will be within 1 second of each other, but Tony Ukic will not get past him. Here again with Miguel Santiago Carao. Gets onto the grass here. A crash there on the left from Manuel Liguori on the grass, so he loses a position. And here Greg almost gets the same move as Alex Funnell did on him, but Miguel can't make it stick. So Greg learned his lesson from that. Knows now that there is quite some grip on the outside. But Miguel gets a better exit, gets earlier on the power here, and I think he will have the advantage for the next turn. Yes, indeed, he leaves some room, but he can turn in and takes the position. Then here driving with Angelo Guidici, just behind Peter Backus. That's the all-Incal Mercedes versus the BMW Motorsports BMW. Very tight there, even a small touch, but Peter stays in front. Angelo has to lift out of the throttle a little bit. That's not the best here, coming onto the straight here, topping out at 245 kilometers an hour more or less. And oh, Peter Backus overshoots his braking point door to door, but Angelo Guidici gets past Peter Backus, still in the first stint. Then Manuel Liguori, we saw him in the grass, and he's now behind Greg Metcalf. Seems he's a little bit quicker, so the McLarens are working quite well here. And their downforce here in the last corner is helping them to try and make a move into turn 1. They're side by side, and Manuel is on the inside. He brakes late and gets it slowed down, so he gets the move done. Then here we have Sando Donadel coming out of the last corner, and it's pit stop time, so we are halfway, 17 laps into the race. Also Miguel Santiago Carao will come into the pits, and all the other drivers as well. So let's see what the second stint brings for these drivers. So Peter Abelovsky still in first. He would lose a little bit of time to Reinhard Berger in the pits, but still it's very, very close. So the gap stays about 4 to 5 seconds. Then Tony Ukic managed to get past Mats Lustig, who had a problem in the pits. Here he is, Mats, coming out of the last turn, so he's quite far behind now. So his first stint battle with Tony didn't pay off, because he's now behind Then it's Peter Backus, Miguel Santiago Carao. Here is Sandro Donadel, followed by Alex Scott and Alex Funnel. So these are still very, very close, the teammates. Then Greg Metcalf, followed by Angelo Guidici. And I think there is going to be a move here, a bit wide there from Angelo in the Mercedes. But we saw him make the move on Peter Backus, although that was due to a mistake. But that looked a bit weird from Greg there in the last turn, so he might not have the best exit. But still, Denis has some great straight line speed, so he will keep his first position. Very late braking there from Angelo. He gets very, very close now. Can he get past? This here is a very tricky part of the track, so very difficult to get past unless Greg makes a mistake, and he does. That's a very rare thing to happen, so Angelo has to pounce and take that opportunity. He gets past Greg Metcalf. And then Greg Metcalf ended up just behind Alex Funnel. And here's a big, big slide from Peter Abelovsky. So here's Alex Funnel. He got behind Sandro Donadel, and this is one of the biggest crashes we've seen this season. Look at Sandro getting onto the grass, losing control, and they are both into the wall. They will lose some time, but they will still be able to finish the race. And the second stint was a lot less eventful. Here's Peter Abelovsky. He's getting past Alex Funnel, here recovering from his incident. So 1 lap down, Alex. Peter Abelovsky will take the win here at Zandvoort in the McLaren. So that will be a good team result, because I think Tony Ukic will take 3rd position. So congratulations to Peter Abelovsky. Reinhard Berger was in 2nd position. Greg is also 1 lap down here than Alex Scott as well. Tony Ukic finishes in 3rd position. Sandro Donadel is a lap down. Mats Lustig in 4th position. He will finish. Then Peter Backus not too far back in 5th. And then Alex Scott, Milo Liguori here. We'll have a look at the final standings in a little bit. So some people still driving and finishing their race, some people already finishing. So as we can see here, Peter Abelovsky taking the win, 8.5 seconds in front of Reinhard Berger. Tony Ukic was already almost half a minute behind, so Reinhard and Peter were in a league of their own at this race. Mats Lustig in 4th, and then Peter Backus. The rest of the drivers were 1 lap down. Miguel and Mandio didn't make it to the end of the race. So next time in URL-GT3 we will go to Silverstone for the final round of this first and short season, and let's see who can clinch the championship here at Silverstone on December 22nd, just before Christmas. So join us at unitedracersleague.com and join us for some Assetto Corsa or GTR2 racing.